And we're back with more Incredible Hokes. I am Chris,
I am Mark.
where we're coming to you from the Man Kitchen, supported by Pace Picani and Frito Bendit. Literally supported by Pace Picani and Frito Bendit. Can we see the? There we are. That's our tripod. I just had to show. I was going to show it to in the last one, but I didn't get a chance to. So anyway, what? You didn't like this show in our tripod? Our support stand?
I'm constantly amused with our awkward intros.
Well, we're famous for awkward intros and like really abrupt outros. We usually just stop. The show just sort of just stops.
Yeah.
All right, bye.
Yeah.
Okay, so
There goes the smoke alarm. See ya. Yeah.
Okay, bye. We just leave. So that is the
Civil
show.
defense siren. What?
So we're checking in with the Cowboys. This was week 15 just ended.
Good Lord. Yeah. I think.
This
Yeah.
is our week 15. Just sort of checking in, just sort of seeing how we're doing, whatnot. We have this Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott. That just Dak Prescott. Yeah, that didn't sound right when I said it for some
Yeah.
reason.
Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott.
The regime is in
rookie
full
stars.
swing. Full swing. Where are we with our two heroes in their team?
Well, I think Zeke is clearly rolling on his way to be Rookie of the Year and possibly MVP of a team.
Like an offensive MVP or like an MVP
No, just
overall? MVP?
overall team MVP. I think he's in the running for that too. To be honest with you, Dak would be in the running if it not for the past month. He's had some kind of mediocre games.
He bounced back. We just watched the
We
Tampa
just got
game.
through watching Tampa Bay, and he had an extraordinary evening.
Yeah,
So
he
that'll
bounced back hard.
end the Romo talk for at least
He's got a week.
first quarter of the Lions game.
Sure.
We know how Cowboys fans are.
Well, in Dak's defense, the last time Romo played the Lions, Romo single-handedly gave the win back to him.
Yeah, he did. And it was a winnable game, and he totally no,
That was the
take
game.
it, take
like
it.
that was the game. Just I know it's an aside, but that was a game I had lost my patience, and I was like, I had a lot of people that have been apologists for Romo,
Mm-hmm.
and that was the game where I just sort of broke, and I was like, Romo lost that game. 52 other people didn't lose the game. One guy lost the game, and it was Romo.
Mm-hmm.
That was a hard game. So here we are, however many years later, and we have a chance to. I think if they win this one, they can lock up home field, maybe.
Well, what we need is another
Giants lost.
Giants
that's all.
loss, and we'll clinch it. Of course, if we win out, it'll accomplish the same thing. But if we can get the Giants to lose in the next two games, it'll give us the division. Seahawks still have an outside chance of getting home field throughout.
Okay, so we only have a couple minutes left. What do we do? Since I know he had a good game, so the Romo talk will subside a little bit. But just for the sake of being, provocative, where do you stand on the Romo conspiracy theory? Should he go back in stuff?
Yeah.
Give him your deal.
Well, me personally, I think Dak has been playing really well. I think if he continues to play like he did tonight, and through the next two games, I mean, you don't switch horses, especially when the guy's running like a champ. So I think the scenario where you really have to think about Romo is if he had played bad again tonight and the Lions, and then with the final game against the Eagles, you would have put Romo in there as to try to get some rust off and to see how he performs. I think at this point, him winning tonight, it's going to be hard for them to justify Romo at all for the rest of the regular season.
I will say one thing, and we talked about this before a little bit off camera. I think Brett Prescott is the quarterback of the now. I think Prescott is the quarterback of the future. I think he is the guy you stick with. I think short of injury or a major complete clusterfuck meltdown, you stick with him.
Right.
I think you probably have a shorter leash on Dak than I do even. I think it takes a complete cluster F of a meltdown for him to. I think he's got to throw like 4 interceptions and just leave. He's got to turn into Blake Bortles all of a sudden out of nowhere.
Yeah.
To pull him. But having said that, my thing is you diehard Cowboys fans will immediately want to lynch me, so I've already lost the argument with you guys. I'm just saying, remember David Gerard. David Gerard with Jacksonville years ago. They had a good defense.
Yep.
They had good talent. They had a great running. I think it was a one back or I think it was a two back system. I can't remember if Fred Taylor was still there. I can't remember. They had two backs. They had a really solid, stout offensive line. So David Gerard, if you go back and look at that, he literally threw like 15 times a game. He had to make basically 12 to 15 completions a game and not turn it over, and they would win. And he had a great year. And they went to playoffs and blah, blah, blah. And he signed this big, huge contract. And after that, went to nothing. So I'm a little concerned. My point is, I'm a little concerned that Dak's value and or goodness, how good he is over. It's overestimated because he's of the situation, the line and the receivers and the running back are so good. I'm worried that he's David Gerard. I'm not saying he is. I'm just worried about it. It's something to be cautious of, something to watch for. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, the impressive thing about Dak with his play is that he's making good decisions. You know, things like being accurate or mobile, those are good things, and those intangibles of like leadership, those are important things too. What makes a great quarterback is decision making. You know, you look at Peyton Manning and Tom Brady, even Drew Brees, two great quarterbacks. It's their decision making is what puts them in another elite stratosphere. What I'm seeing with Dak is tremendous decision making, knowledge of the time clock, knowledge of the situation where he is, taking what defenses gives him, and it's extraordinary where he is as a rookie. I mean, he really, where he is he's almost like where most third-year quarterbacks are. That's kind of where he is. So he's farther down the line. If he continues to play that way, there's no reason to go to Romo. Just know, and he knows it too, I guarantee you he knows it. He knows that Jerry or Steven will bench him if he starts struggling because they're not going to squander this opportunity in the playoffs. And I guarantee you Garrett knows their feelings. And if he really, really likes, if it's wild card game or something and starts struggling, you might see number 9. But I don't expect to see that. He's playing really well.
Yeah. I can't imagine. I mean, it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't thing. If you stay with Dak and he screws it up, then people are going to say you should have played Romo. If you pull Dak and you play Romo and Romo screws it up, then you're still stuck with Dak. Mm-hmm. It's like we talked about off camera. The only way to win, the only answer is just to win. Win, baby. Win, baby, win. So.
And then he answers with all this controversy with having the second best of all time in regular season completion percentages in NFL history. Yeah, that's his answer.
30 plus attempts or whatever.
I mean, that's a drop mic. He had a drop mic performance, frankly, folks.
All right. Speaking of dropping the mic, with you.